All right, guys, we are now live. Happy Sunday night or Sunday. Well, on the West Coast it's 6:54, but East Coast I know it's like close to 10. So I'm gonna get straight to it, as y'all can see the video title. We got a lot to, well, not a lot, but somewhat to discuss. Um, yeah. So I wanted to have it like this, so where I could do it live and talk more about this. So I think this is what I'm gonna start doing from now on. But this is more to discuss stuff about myself and like what's going on with the channel, what we doing in the future, what I got other stuff planned for. I know it's been real quiet over the past couple weeks, months on the main channel. Um, so yeah, I just want to let y'all know on what the deal is and stuff. So, yeah, for the most part, we about to change it up. So for this channel specifically, my love for gaming, I'm passionate about gaming. That's always going to be there. That's not going to change. When I say change, I am pretty much redoing my content, but it's still going to stick with gaming content at the same time. So walkthroughs, gaming playthroughs, all that type of stuff, that's going to be on my Twitch, or that's going to be on my second channel. Um, for the most part. Oh, I completely forgot. Let me pull this up. So for this channel, we are specifically gonna be doing um gaming breakdowns, analysis videos, shorts, of course. What else? What else? What else? And I could just throw up a random video about top 10, top 5, or whatever. So me doing close more than 500 videos, I kind of got that niche or that pocket as to what I want to do going forward. So I think I found that key to unlocking the door as far as this goes. So everybody and their mom is doing gaming playthroughs. What makes you stand out from hundreds and hundreds and thousands of people who are doing the same thing as you? So that's what I initially started with. I always wanted to do that, but it's like you can do that on Twitch way easier. The live streams are going to be way simpler. Like it's so much easier for me to record, like live stream, rather than record, and then I gotta update it, and then I gotta edit it, and then I gotta wait for it to upload on YouTube for like hours, however long that may be. So with this, we specifically gonna be talking about any and everything with gaming stuff, like news related stuff, or like I said, we might do like a list of different stuff. Um, So, or I might even throw like reactions over there if something special were to come up. And I don't usually do reactions, but if it's like something big, we doing reaction video to whatever that may be. Um, but yeah, I don't want to do the same thing because it's like we're making progress. I got 164 subs. We're making progress, but it's slow progress. Like at the end of the day, still do what you love, be passionate about your hobbies and interests and stuff, but I also want to get that viewership up and get those subs up. So yeah, that's gonna be implemented in my stuff as well. Um, but yeah, I don't like these onesie twosie views because, like I said before, everybody's playing the same thing that you're playing. How can you stand out unless you do something super crazy? So, or unless you were one of the OGs on the game and walkthrough game, and yeah, which I am not. So anything and everything as far as like new games or old games, me starting up, go to my Twitch channel or go to my second channel. Whatever you miss on my on Twitch, that is going to be on my second channel. So you won't miss anything. Everything will still be uploaded. Um but yeah, everything as far as links will be uh as soon as you click on the channel, it's got my Twitch, Instagram, second channel, TikTok, all that stuff. So gaming news related stuff will be the trend. And yeah, these last couple months have been pretty iffy when it comes to consistency. I think consistency is like the toughest part for me. These last couple months have been kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie. With personal stuff that's happened between work stuff, having a full time job, and then coming back and doing this. It's like I can only really do this on the weekends, and when I come back from work, I'm exhausted. I don't want to do anything. I don't even want to play my game anymore. Um, but it's still there. Like my interests are still there. It's just I got to be in the mood to hit record, hit live stream. So I mostly do that on the weekends. And I'm not gonna promise you any type of special videos. But I will be doing playthroughs for sure. So on my Twitch. Um, I'm just letting y'all know what's going on here. Uh, I know that Halloween and October is coming up soon, and I got an idea of 2 videos I want to do, and I got a special game that I want to play too, as far as what's going to be on here. So one-time games that I can really cut up and edit, I will put on here. Those will be like like a special one of those special videos. But for the most part, game related news content. And yeah, fall is here. It is here, and we got stuff that's stacked. We got a whole bunch of new games that's coming out. October, when it rains, when it what was it? What was it saying? When it rains, it pours. So we haven't been on a drought. I will say that we've been doing pretty good with games throughout this year. 2024 has been looking real good, but when October hits, bruh, I can't keep up. Like, I know Lollipop Chainsaw came out I think last week. That's a game I really want to play, but that's gonna be in my backlog. Silent Hills 2 remake is coming out soon. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero is gonna be a day one for sure. What else is going on? Got Until Dawn remake. I'm gonna put that on the Twitch channel. And yeah, it's we got some stuff. So I will never run out of things to talk about as far as making videos. Like that's always gonna be there. But it's all depending on my consistency and the type of ideas like I want to do for my videos. Um Me being on YouTube for like about 4 years, like I don't want to be stagnant. Like granted, I've learned a lot. Like the algorithm of YouTube is crazy. The more you put out, the more people will start to see your stuff. And we just need to be on a more consistent basis with that. So that's what I am working on as far as that. But yeah, me going through 500 plus videos, I kind of know what people, I kind of gauge what people are kind of looking for as far as how I want to do my content. Um, so yeah, no, I'm trying not to do any onesie twosie videos, but like live streams like this, I can really do because I can hit up so many topics all at once and just put it out there. And this is really just me talking about game stuff. Like I don't have to do nothing fancy. Now it's not going to be ghetto. I will keep it somewhat professional. I kind of like how this is set up. I turn my camera a certain way. I got my stuff in the background so you can kind of see my anime posters and stuff. And I got my capture, my window capture where you can see, yeah, right here. So whatever I want to show y'all, y'all can look right there. And for the people who jump in, add they 2 cents in, cool, great. But like I said, this is more on what I'm letting y'all know of what's about to happen to this. But yeah, I'm excited. And we got the holiday. Yeah, like I said, fall is here. We got a whole bunch of new stuff coming out. Holidays are coming up. I do have. That's another thing about being busy in life. Like I have a class coming up in October too, so it's like you gotta. It's a full-time job with classes. I'm not trying to make excuses, but I got a lot going on, and really, I can only do certain things on the weekend. So realistically, if I want to do like breakdown videos or if I want to do like analysis videos or like top 10, top 5, whatever, ideally I want to have at least 2 videos per month of that. And anything else in between is possible. But yeah, anything with like me actually playing the game, that's going to be on Twitch. And we doing pretty good on Twitch too. I think we got like 34 or 35 followers. So the more I put out with that, people will start to see on what I'm doing on there on that side of the house. So right now we are playing Black Myth Wukong, and that's a perfect segue because I'm playing Black Myth Wukong on Twitch. If you're not following me on Twitch, make sure to do that. It's the link is all in my main channel, and make sure to like this video too. This helps. But yeah, as far as Twitch with Black Myth Wukong, I got the game on first day release. I'm playing it on PC right now. First impressions, this game is great. It's not perfect, but it's great. It's good. And I am comfortable saying that Black Myth Wukong is going to be contender for Game of the Year. Like, how many copies did it hit? I think it hit like 3 million copies in like the weekend when that opening weekend. That's crazy. Crazy numbers. So I do believe that this game is going to be contender for the year for sure. Um right now I am on the chapter 3. I believe there's like 6 chapters. Me not being a Dark Souls, Demon Souls, Elden Ring gamer like that, this is like my first game where it's like, yo, I really like I keep dying. And it's like it's getting it's not so much impossible, but this game is hard. It's difficult. It's real difficult if you're not used to playing those types of other games. You give me this, you give me Star Wars Jedi Survivor, and you give me Stellar Blade. I believe that's another honorable mention for the Game of the Year too. Stellar Blade. That was a really great game. But as far as Black Myth Wukong, this game is difficult. Like me coming in at the end of like even on like stage 1, like you have bosses where I'm like, yo, this is all right. This is what it's gonna be from now on, and this is only the beginning. Like it's doable. It's not impossible. Because I know with some bosses in Dark Souls, Elden Ring, it's just some bosses that you're gonna be on there for like days on like how to strategize and beat these bosses. I don't have time for that. I don't have the patience. I feel like this is kind of more my speed because it's a linear. The other games are open world. It's just too much. It's just overwhelming for me personally. And now that I have a game that's like linear, but still kind of in that realm, not really. It's kind of have its own thing. I would compare it to like the newer version of God of War or like a Devil May Cry. I would even put in like the newer Final Fantasies because with like the certain spells and the powers you can use. Um, no, but the game is great. The game is dope. I'm not too sure about like the story. The story ain't hitting the way I want it to, but the gameplay for sure is there. And yeah, that opening scene, fire. That's all I can really say. That's all I can really say if you haven't played it. But yeah, I've been live streaming on this. I've been taking L's as y'all can see, but through each playthrough, we learning. We learning. Um, like the boss that I had difficulty with was the yellow wind sage, and he was like the second chapter, bruh. And I already know I'm only on the third chapter. I know it's gonna get more difficult. I'm stuck at this boss. I think I was like in prison or somewhere, and I got to reach all the way up to the tower, and then you got to fight this monster. It's like 10 times, 15 times your size, and I'm like, yo, how am I gonna go about doing this? But we'll figure it out. What I've noticed, what I will critique about this game is the camera work. The camera can sometimes be a little iffy, but I can get past that. It's not too terrible. But I've seen instances where I'm trying to fight a boss, I'm trying to fight a like an enemy, and the camera's not really catching up to what I'm doing. If that makes sense, I don't know if it does, but that's the best as I could put it. Um, Also another thing, and I don't know if this is like you can upgrade this for later, but like, and this might be a small critique, but I'm just saying, if you start to attack enemies, right, your input that input has to finish. Like you can't immediately stop and cut that move set off. Like you have to completely finish. He's the main character is completely going to finish those attacks. Like you can't cut off or dodge in the middle of it. Like I think that's another factor in why I kept dying is because you can't cut those attacks off. And it's like, and if you keep attacking, the enemy is just going to overpower you sometimes, and you can't get out of that, even when you're doing the attack. So you really have to pay attention to how many times I can press square or how many times I can press X on the controller. But I'm playing on the Xbox controller. I got it on the PC, and this game looks beautiful. Like I've heard instances where like even on the PS5, like it you get stuck or it freezes or it just crashes. But for me, I've had no difficulty. The game, I will say it can be a little laggy, but I can get past that. Like it's giving me no trouble to where it's like I gotta completely restart the game. No, like everything has been good for the most part so far. Um, Also another thing I would like to add on this game, if they added platforming, that would have been dope. Give me a little bit of platforming, um, and we would have been Gucci. Like this game would even raise the bar even more. And so I did say the camera work. Another problem I would probably say would be it's like certain open areas, they don't have any loot. Or like you go to an open area, it's like nothing there. So it's just like a waste of space, kinda. Like the scenery, the environments, the stages, the stage fights, they're all dope. Beautiful looking. But it's some instances where it's like, okay, you're going in this open area, right? There's nothing there. There's not like a treasured box, like a treasure chest. There's not like a place to meditate. It's just an open area. And I'm like, all right, well, that was just a waste. But that's also another thing that they could have done. But this is a Chinese gaming development company. So I'm thinking this is like their first go around as far as like making a triple A game like this. So next time, whatever game that might be, they're gonna put out a better product. We're not saying this is a bad product. They can always improve. Sequels can always be better or always be worse. But uh yeah, overall it has way more ups than downs. Those are just my critiques. Um for the people who are playing this, y'all might have different experiences on the PS5, but for me on the PC, I've really had no major problems. Like I'm good to go with live streaming. Um I've had no crashes. I've had no bugs. I've had no glitches. Like it can get a little laggy with the resolution and stuff, but other than that, I can get past it to where it's not like completely altering my live stream. So yeah, we're good. We Gucci on that part. But yeah, I think this is gonna be contender for game of the year. Now that's why I said contender. We got a whole bunch of different games that's competing. We got Final Fantasy Rebirth. That game came out all the way in February in I forgot the specific date, but it came out in February. People was already saying that was going to be a game of the year. We got Stellar Blade. Amazing game. We got Black Myth Wukong. We got Astrobot. Astrobot's one of the highest rated games of this year. And that was a game that I was not expecting at all. And this is like the Mario Galaxy, the 3D Mario of PlayStation. And that's another game on my backlog that I want to play too. But yeah, it's just so it's just so much stuff to play out there. And like we haven't even really talked about the movies. Like there's so many movies that's out, so many TV shows that's coming out in October. It's a lot going on in October. Um Assassin's Creed, but we all heard about the news for that. That got delayed. Or the way it's looking with that company, and I know I'm going on a little bit of a tangent, but the way it's going on with that company, I wouldn't be surprised if they would just scrap that whole game because it's a lot of controversy as far as like the stuff behind the making of what this game is going to be. Um, but yeah, we got some heavy competition, and the year's not even over. We got Space Marine 2 that came out, and that looks like a mix of Gears of War with I don't even know what to call it, but this game looks dope too. So yeah, it's a lot of stuff coming out, and we're not the year hasn't even it's not even over yet. So and it and I'm pretty sure that Final Fantasy is gonna win something, but we we got some stuff for this award show. Just know that. And I would do the same thing as I'm doing as far as this live stream. We're gonna discuss it. Like big events, like the award show, any of the conventions, like state of play, we're gonna talk about. And yeah, and we're gonna do it just like this. I feel like this is a good thing that we're gonna start up soon. So yeah, like I said, it's gonna be a little bit easier for me me just talking and just sitting it out there. It's gonna be a simple live stream. So uh and also speaking of state of play, we just had another one last week. They definitely made up for the one they did last time. I will say that. The only game, like they had some stuff, but the only game that I'm looking forward to out of that state of play was Ghost of Gote, the second game of the sequel to Ghost of Tsushima. We all knew this was coming, right? Like we all knew, but we didn't know what it was going to be called. We didn't know. We thought it was going to be a sequel to Jin Sekai's. I believe that's his name, Jin Sekai's story. But This takes place like 300 years after that, and it's in a whole different location. It's like the northern part of Japan. Um, and it looks like Mount Fuji, but it's Gote. I don't really know the geography of like the land, but um, I'm glad this is what route they're taking now. So Jin, he's done his story. His story is completed. That game was amazing. That was contended for game of the year for sure, and I wouldn't be mad if it won that. Uh, but yeah, that game was amazing, and like you could play it in English or in Japanese. You could play it in like the traditional like black and white if you were like in an actual samurai movie, or you could play it with full colors. That game looked beautiful, and the fighting mechanics and the story, the environment, the side quests, all that was great. And I already know they are gonna definitely improve on what this is gonna be. So you're a female protagonist, and a lot of people actually, I don't know why, but there's controversy behind that as well. I don't get why. I don't get why we have new games, and whenever a female protagonist is brought up, we go into like this frenzy of like, why is a girl playing? We've had stuff like this before. So I don't understand why people are getting upset about this. I love it. I don't have a problem with it. Like I actually think we should have more female protagonists or more people of color as far as being the main now we've had them before. Don't get me wrong. We just got to have a balance. And we're doing great. We're doing just that. So they're really paying attention to this day and age of um what we need now. So kudos to Sucker Punch. Y'all have been killing it. For the most part, every game that y'all kind of have put out has been great. Um, from Sly Cooper to Infamous. Now we got Ghost of Tsushima, and now that's going to be a franchise within itself because I believe they're going to continue sticking with the Ghost, like Ghost of Tsushima, Ghost of Gote, Ghost of another location. That would just be dope. Like I want a franchise out of this. And if you can improve for each game, it's gonna stand the test of time. It's gonna be if we get back to back Ghost, Sucker Punch, y'all got it. I believe Sucker Punch is one of those development companies that um I can trust. Like it's only a few gaming developers companies that I really trust. Sucker Punch, Naughty Dog, Rockstar. Trying to think of what else. Ubisoft, that's a no. They've been iffy. EA has been doing pretty good. They've been doing pretty good with the Star Wars games, and they're making and just found out they're making another Star Wars game. This is going to be the third and final one to the trilogy. So they're doing great on that too. Um, but yeah, Ghost of Gote, I'm looking forward to. 2025 is going to be a it's going to be a year, bro. Like 2023 up until 2025, we've gotten back to back to back games of of fire. That's as best as I can explain it and put it. Like we've never had a run like this before in gaming. Like we've had onesie twosies in between, mixed with some not so great years or dry spells, but 2023, you can't deny that we haven't had different genres of games. Like there was a game for everybody. in every genre. 2024 is doing the same thing. Now, in my personal opinion, it's not as best as last year, but it's still going strong. And the Heat that's about to come out next year, right? You might as well just say I'm homeless. That's the best as I can put it. We got so much stuff. GTA, Ghost of Gote. Um, we see my brain's rattled with a whole bunch of stuff that's coming out. I can't really name them all. We got Gears of War, E-Day. Uh, I said GTA 6. That's arguably going to be the biggest game of them all, and we've been waiting 10 plus years for that. So you know that's going to do numbers. Um, but yeah, it's uh, excuse me. Monster Hunter Wilds that's coming out in February. Just heard news of that of the release date. Metal Gear 3 remake. Now, hopefully, okay. Now, the thing about that game is we are getting trailers, and the game looks fantastic. It looks Wago. The Metal Gear franchise is one of my best franchises. Metal Gear Solid 3, Snake Eater is in my top 5 greatest games of all time. Changed my life. But we don't know of when a good release date for this game is going to be. They haven't told us anything. Now, Konami, y'all been giving us bits and pieces of what this can be, but we looking for a release date. Hopefully, we can get an early Christmas present. We might get it this year, late this year. We might get it. I'm really realistically, I think this is going to be coming out early next year, like super early next year, and I'm okay with that. I can wait. But if we were to get it later this year, take my money. Take my money. That's all I need. So as far as upcoming stuff for the Twitch, right now we are playing Black Myth Wukong. That's our priority. We're not gonna get that game done anytime soon. I'm just letting y'all know right now. Like, I know myself. Realistically, we're not gonna get that done anytime soon. But we are still playing that game. We have Until Dawn. That's supposed to be coming out. We'll be playing that. And we will be playing Dragon Ball Sparking Zero day one. Day one. We have 3 games. I would add Silent Hill, but that's just gonna be in my backlog, unfortunately. I got too much stuff, and I gotta get the priorities. I gotta hit all my priorities on my list first. And those 3 are the ones. I can knock out Until Dawn like that. Because it's a story based game, it's story choices you make impact uh the game later in the future. So those games I can run through those. Uh but Spark and Zero, I've been waiting on this all year. Ever since it got announced, I've been waiting on this all year. Gohan will be the main. I might even throw in a villain. Multiplayer, we're gonna have to wait on because I ain't ready for that yet. People already gonna be on multiplayer, and I won't be surprised if the servers crash. But we're gonna run through the story mode, campaign mode, the what ifs, the any and every type of mode you can get, and there's like a skill, not skill tree, but like a XP that you can do. So we're gonna level up our characters as much as we can, and then we'll hop into the multiplayer scene. But until then, we're gonna play every single mode that there is when it comes to this game. And yeah. So that's three games that we're gonna be playing in October. Um but yeah, that's really all I have. Um so that's the plan. Realistically, I'm gonna try my best to put out 2 things per month for this channel. But as far as the second channel, go subscribe. Everything is gonna be in my links on the main. But as far as the second one, gaming playthroughs, gaming walkthroughs, Twitch, gaming playthroughs, gaming walkthroughs, but it's gonna be live stream. Whatever you miss, it'll be on my second one. But as far as this goes, breakdowns, analysis videos, a little bit of reactions here and there, special videos as far as like, say if I do this like do a scary game or something, I'll put it on here. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? And live streams like what I'm doing right now. So if we have any big news or major news coming out, because there's a lot to talk about when it comes to this gaming industry, I can sit here as long as I can and talk about what's popping, pop culture. As far as gaming goes, I don't want to be all over the place. But I think I found my niche on what the people want, and I've looked at the algorithm. I've looked at my past videos on what people want to see the most. But yeah, we're doing pretty good, but we can do better. And consistency is key. Consistency is key. That's all that is. But yeah, I want to start doing these live streams more. And whoever jumps in, cool. But this is me just talking about what's going on for the most part. And if anybody misses this, it'll be uploaded eventually. But yeah, I think this is what I'm gonna start doing as far as what's about to come up. And it makes it much easier. I can just hit the live stream and we good. It'll be ended. Instead of me having to hit record and me editing stuff and uploading and waiting for like hours on end for HD or 4K, and that's too much. I got too much going on. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm surprised I went close to 40 minutes, but we had a lot to talk about as far as the what I want to do for future plans as far as this channel goes, and what my Twitch channel was going to consist of, what my second channel is going to be. Talking about Black Myth Wukong for Game of the Year. It might not win it. Astrobite might get it. Astrobot might get it. Final Fantasy might get it. Hey, appreciate it for jumping in. I actually got a text and that was you, but I didn't look at it because I didn't want to look at my phone. I like the stream fit, bro. But yeah, like I said, this is gonna be what this is gonna consist of. So if I want to display anything, I'll have it right here. But yeah, for the most part, I'm liking this. This is we got an idea plan. After 500 something videos that I did, I've seen what works, what doesn't work, experimenting on all kinds of different stuff. But like discussion videos, that's how you really get the people. And as far as the algorithm goes, if I want to do like breakdowns, analysis videos, you just got to have a good thumbnail, a catchy title, and a dope ass picture. Like, I'm starting to see patterns of like, it's cool to have your face in the thumbnail, but you just need to have a certain type of picture to where it's just gonna grab people. Like what I did for my GTA video. Let's go here. I'm experimenting. Hold up. And if y'all can see this, I will make this a little bit bigger. So 8 things we need in GTA 5 or GTA 6. I did that for like a good weekend. The whole writing the script, the editing, 994 views in total. But we were getting triple digit views in like the first 2-3 days. Metal Gear Snake Eater, bringing stealth back. I had a whole discussion about that. 257 views. But then again, you look at my other ones. Look at my walkthroughs. I'm getting onesie twosies, which is fine. But it's like, if you want to start, if you want to start, um, separating yourself from others and really trying to gain subs and viewership, you got to think outside the box. And I've kind of somewhat figured it out. It's just me having the energy to make certain things. So, yeah, that's gonna be the plan for sure. But as far as any other big news, let me see. We will definitely be doing a live stream like this when it comes to the Game Awards. Um, like I said before, when October hits, when it rains, it pours, and I really gotta watch my bank account because I'm gonna be playing 3 games at once, 3 games back to back. So yeah, it's gonna be a hectic, and plus I got class. Ugh, gross. So I really got to balance on what I can and can't do through the week. Um, yeah, I'm excited for Sparking Zero. That's first and foremost. Uh, the Silent Hill 2 gonna be in the backlog. Unfortunately, that might be like a Christmas game that I might do. I still haven't played. I still haven't played Alan Wake 2. Unfortunately, I feel terrible, but it will be played. It will be played. I just put it in my mini games of backlogs and Until Dawn. So I haven't played Until Dawn. I know they're making a remake of that. Um, but this is like the perfect time because it's October and I got a surprise game. It's short. It's not even like a walkthrough. It's just gonna be one video. I found it on Steam. It's like $6. It's a scary game. Yeah, that's all I can say about that. I'm regretting it right now just thinking about it, but I'm gonna play it because it looks fun and it looks scary at the same time. So I'm gonna have my green screen up and stuff. But yeah, appreciate it for everybody that's come out. I know I kind of went on a tangent with certain things, um, and reiterating more of my stuff, but pretty much that's how the channel is gonna go as far as this. If you're not on my Twitch, go follow that. If you're not on my second channel, go sub to that. That's gonna be on the links again. And 43 minutes, we did pretty good. I'm proud of myself. I thought I was gonna have like 20 minutes minimum, but yeah, we're good. But yeah, appreciate it for everybody jumping in. That's gonna be it for the live stream. We definitely gonna do more of these. I like the setup. We definitely gonna be doing more. But I will see y'all on the next one. Deuces.